I must take your heart. I must weigh your heart.
Against a feather. I can already tell you who wins. I lived my life, good and bad. Definitely not light as a feather. Where do I pass through?
In life, you believed in nothing. You will go to nothing. You will be done. There will be darkness.
In peace?
There will be darkness.
You know what? No.
There is nowhere else for you to be.
Well, I'm not getting in there. I want to go back.
Already your flesh has been moved, has been cut by the doctors who inspected your organs. Already your loved ones have selected for you the clothes to shroud your decomposition. Already you are in the ground. Tears have fallen for you.
Do I get a say in this?
Death is not a debate. How many do you think have come before you? All with promises and threats and offers of glory, gold, love. Who are you to misguide me from my duty? You are but a man, not even one I should remember. You will go into the darkness, and I will forget ever having met you.
Damn, niggas.
Fuck you.
That's what's up. Oh, we gotta talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. He got a hot tub. So that was a scene from American Gods. And so you had Anubis. I don't know why she went to go see Anubis, and she didn't believe in the Kemetic gods, but she went to see Anubis, and I guess so the show can happen. And of course, those who know the Kemetic story, your heart is measured against a feather of Mayat compared to the 42 confessions. Now Horus is supposed to be there to advocate for you if you failed the confessions and your heart is heavier than a feather, so they didn't add that part into it. But what I do like about it is that she was in complete denial. At first she thought, okay, I'm gonna be in darkness, so you believed in nothing, you go to nothing. And she was like, that's peace, and all he could say is darkness. You can look at the darkness in two different ways. You can look at it as oblivion. There's nothing, there's no big deal, no punishment nor in any heaven. You just cease to be conscious at all, and you just exist in the nothingness, in a void, so you don't even know. That is what the older Hebraic tradition used to believe, that you went to annihilation if you didn't go to heaven. But they believe that most people went to annihilation no matter what you did on earth. You went to annihilation. So the Kemetic and the Hebraic were similar in that regard. Then later on, it became this thing, this agent of fear, where there's all kind of punishments and things of that nature. Because in the Bible, where it talks about Sheol and being in where there's gnashing of teeth and all that, that's actually a valley outside of Jerusalem. That's not a spiritual place. That's a literal place that they were talking about. But once she realized that he wasn't giving her an answer as to what the darkness was, her mindset was like, oh, the hell. You see, he talked about how other people offered him things to ask him to do something, as if they were worshiping him or giving him their power of their afterlife. And as long as you give your power of your afterlife over to someone else or an idea of someone else, then it is up to them, and they decide where you go, and you are in agreement with it. So then therefore you fall under their authority at that point. Prior to that, you do not fall under anyone's authority but your own. It's just like when you're dealing with a police stop. There are certain things that police officers say in order to get you to go into contract with them under their authority. This is why you shouldn't answer questions other than pertaining to, why have you stopped me? And here's my information. That's it. All those other questions is you going into contract with them, giving over your authority to them. Same thing, as above, so below as above. It's the same process in the end. You think that you're going to see Anubis and weigh your heart against a feather? You're probably going to see that. you give over your authority, your agency to Anubis, you're gonna get whatever you get. But her last words was F you, fuck you, because she was not willing to give over her authority. And I really would love to see them have allowed that scene to play out more. But so the story can happen, so the TV show can happen. Her husband flipped a coin that was given to him by the Celtic god something Sweeney, and when it landed on the grave, that's what allowed her to come back. And so she's back, but she's in this dead, decrepit body, and she stinks and shit, and all that sort of thing is going on. So it's just like she's a zombie. But I'd love to see that scene play out of her not giving her authority, her agency, over to Anubis, and then therefore deciding for herself what her afterlife is going to be. And that's the beauty of Hermetic alchemy, is that you decide for yourself what your afterlife is going to be, whether it is to return here and try it again, or to go to another higher plane of consciousness, living in light or living in darkness, because you might believe that you deserve all the bullshit that religions have taught and said when it comes to your punishments, that you deserve punishment, that you're a filthy rag, that you're undeserving, that you're only human. If you believe that you're only human, then you're going to get what a human gets. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.